Picture this. You're in a high-stakes moment. Maybe a tense meeting, a sudden crisis, or even just a crowded street where something feels off. Your pulse races. But your mind? It's calm, sharp, cutting through the chaos like a blade. You see every angle, predict every move, and act with total confidence. That's the mind of Jack Reacher, the lone drifter who dismantles threats with precision, instinct, and zero hesitation. Want to unlock that kind of thinking? Stick with me, because today we're diving deep into Reacher's playbook. Military tactics, hunting instinct, and slashing life's clutter to stay razor-focused. Before we start, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop a comment. What's one situation where you'd kill to have Reacher's mindset? Let's roll. Jack Reacher isn't just a fictional tough guy. He's a masterclass in mental clarity and decisive action, forged by years as a military policeman and a life. On the road, his mindset is a blend of strategy, primal instinct, and ruthless efficiency. We're breaking it down into 3 pillars you can actually use: thinking like a soldier, hunting like a predator, and living lean to keep your edge. Let's kick off with military tactics, the foundation of Reacher's ability to outsmart any threat. Military tactics are about winning before the battle begins. Reacher's army training drilled into him a hyper-aware, calculated approach to every situation. Think about how he moves. He enters a diner, scans for exits, sizes up every person and notes anything that could be a weapon, all in seconds. This isn't paranoia. It's situational awareness, the cornerstone of tactical thinking. You can build this skill right now. Next time you step into a public space, say a mall or a subway station, take 10 seconds to observe. Where's the nearest exit? Who's acting out of place? What objects could be useful in a pinch? This habit trains your brain to process environments like Reacher does, keeping you ready for anything. Situational awareness feeds into another tactic: economy of effort. Reacher never wastes a move. In a fight, his strikes are short, brutal, and precise. No flair, just results. In life, this translates to cutting out low-value tasks and zeroing in on what drives impact. Imagine you're swamped at work. Instead of juggling a dozen small tasks, ask, what's the one action that'll move the needle most? Reacher would ignore the busy work and hit the critical target. Try this experiment. For one day, track how much time you spend on distractions, endless, emails, social media, or overthinking decisions. Then redirect that energy to a single high-priority goal. It's like landing a knockout punch instead of throwing wild swings. Adaptability is another hallmark of Reacher's tactics. He thrives in chaos because he adjusts on the fly. In Killing Floor, he walks into an ambush, but turns the tables by reading his enemy's overconfidence and exploiting it. You can practice this when life throws curveballs. Say your car breaks down or a project deadline shifts. Don't freeze. Pause, assess the new reality, and pivot. Reacher doesn't waste time cursing bad luck. He's already working the problem. Next time a plan derails, give yourself 30 seconds to breathe, then list one actionable step to move forward. That's tactical flexibility in action. Preparation is the glue that holds Reacher's tactics together. He's not a superhero, he's just ready. He knows his strengths, studies his environment, and anticipates his opponent's moves. In the hard way, he spends days gathering intel before striking, ensuring every move is calculated. You can apply this to high-stakes moments in your life. Got a big interview? Don't just rehearse answers. Research the company's pain points. Know the interviewer's background, and have a fallback if tough questions come up. Reacher's mantra: hope for the best, plan for the worst. Keep it simple, though. Overcomplicating plans creates clutter. Outline your next big goal, identify 2 potential roadblocks, and sketch a workaround for each. That's how Reacher stays ahead. Let's add another layer to tactics: deception. Reacher often plays the unassuming drifter to lull enemies into underestimating him. In Persuader, he uses this to infiltrate a criminal operation, letting others misjudge him until it's too late. You can use subtle deception strategically, not lying, but controlling how others perceive you. In a negotiation, for example, don't lay all your cards on the table. Stay calm, reveal only what's necessary, and let others fill the gaps with assumptions. Practice this. Next time you're in a discussion, hold back one key point until the perfect moment. It's like Reacher feigning weakness before landing a decisive blow. Now let's shift to the second pillar, hunting instinct. Reacher's not just a strategist. He's a predator in the best sense. He tracks, observes, and strikes with lethal precision. This isn't about violence. It's about channeling primal instincts to read people, anticipate actions, and dominate situations. Hunting starts with observation. Reacher catches details others miss. A twitchy hand, a car parked too long, a voice that's too calm. You can train this. Next time you're in a social setting, pick one person and study their micro-cues. Are their eyes darting? Are their arms crossed tightly? These signals reveal intent. Do this daily, and you'll start reading rooms like Reacher, almost like you've got X-ray vision for human behavior. Patience is a hunter's virtue, and Reacher has it in spades. He doesn't charge in blindly. He waits for the perfect opening. In Die Trying, he spends hours studying his captor's routines before exploiting a split-second lapse. You can apply this to high-pressure scenarios. In a heated debate, don't jump in with your first thought. Let others talk, expose their weak points, then strike with a sharp, well-timed point. Or in creative work, resist rushing your first draft. Let ideas simmer and you'll spot better solutions. Try this. Next time you're itching to act impulsively, wait 10 minutes. That pause could reveal a smarter path, just like Reacher's. Calculated delays. Trusting your gut is another hunting instinct. Reacher's intuition, honed by years of survival, lets him sense danger before it's obvious. Your brain picks up subtle patterns too, like when a deal feels off, or someone's smile doesn't match their eyes. Start tuning into those instincts. Next time you get a weird vibe, don't dismiss it. Ask, what's triggering this? Maybe it's a detail your conscious mind missed. Keep a mental log of when your gut's right. It'll sharpen over time. Reacher's intuition isn't magic. It's trained pattern recognition, and you can build it too. A hunter also masters their terrain. Reacher turns his environment into an ally, using a wall for cover, a bottle as a weapon, or darkness to vanish. You can do this metaphorically. In your workplace, the terrain might be office dynamics or unwritten rules. Map it. Who's the decision maker? What's the mood after a bad quarter? Then use that intel to navigate smarter. If Reacher were in your job, he'd know the lay of the land and how to leverage it, whether it's timing a pitch perfectly or sidestepping a toxic colleague. Try this. Spend a week observing your terrain and note one way to use it to your advantage. Another hunting trait is relentless focus. Reacher locks onto his target and tunes out everything else. In 61 hours, he's freezing in a snowstorm but stays laser-focused on his mission. You can cultivate this by minimizing distractions. Set a 25-minute timer, silence your phone, and work on one task. No checking emails or texts. This is called the Pomodoro technique, but it's basically Reacher-level discipline. Studies show focused bursts boost productivity and train your brain to ignore noise. Start with one session a day, and you'll feel your mental clarity sharpen. Quick pause. Are you digging this breakdown? If you're finding value in Reacher's mindset, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment. Which tactic or instinct are you testing this week? Your support keeps this content coming, so let's keep the energy high. Now let's tackle the third pillar, less clutter. Reacher's life is stripped to the bone. No house, no car, just a toothbrush and the clothes on his back. This isn't a gimmick. It's a deliberate choice to stay free, focused, and unburdened. Clutter isn't just stuff, it's mental and emotional baggage too. Living lean like Reacher means cutting what doesn't serve you so you can zero in on what does. Start with physical clutter. Reacher's minimalism lets him move fast and stay flexible. Look at your space. How much junk is slowing you down? Try this. Pick one area like your desk or car and remove anything you haven't used in 6 months. Be brutal, like Reacher. Sizing up a fight. Fewer possessions mean less to maintain, giving you mental bandwidth for bigger things. Studies link decluttered spaces to lower stress and better focus, so this isn't just Reacher's quirk, it's science. Mental clutter is a bigger beast. Reacher's mind is a steel trap because he filters out noise. He doesn't dwell on hypotheticals or get lost in trivia. He focuses on the mission. You can emulate this by single tasking. For 1 hour, shut off notifications, close extra tabs, and tackle one goal. Multitasking feels productive, but fragments your brain. Research shows it cuts efficiency by up to 40%. Reacher wouldn't juggle 10 tabs while tracking a target, and you shouldn't either. Try single tasking for a week, and you'll notice your thoughts get clearer, like wiping fog off a windshield. Emotional clutter is the heaviest load. Reacher doesn't carry grudges or cling to regrets. He deals with the present and moves on. This isn't about being emotionless. It's about protecting your peace. Think about what's draining you. Maybe a toxic relationship, guilt over a past mistake, or worry about things you can't control. Reacher would cut that loose. Try this exercise. Write down one emotional weight, then decide, can you act on it? If yes, make a plan. If no, let it go. This sounds simple but takes guts. It's how Reacher stays unburdened, and it'll free up your mental energy too. Living lean also means mastering your time. Reacher doesn't get suckered into pointless obligations. He owns his schedule. Audit your week. How many hours go to things you agreed to out of guilt or habit? Practice saying no to one low-value commitment, like a meeting that could be an email. This isn't rude. It's strategic. Reacher's freedom comes from prioritizing his mission over distractions, and you can claim that same control. Start. Small. Decline one thing this week that doesn't align with your goals and feel the space it opens up. Another way to cut clutter is simplifying decisions. Reacher doesn't agonize over choices. He acts fast based on clear priorities. You can do this with decision frameworks. For example, when faced with a choice, ask, does this move me toward my top goal? If not, it's clutter. This cuts through analysis paralysis. Try it with a small decision today, what to eat, what to wear, and notice how it frees mental space. Reacher's decisiveness isn't reckless, it's rooted in knowing what matters. Let's add one more angle, digital clutter. Reacher doesn't. Have a smartphone, and while you probably need yours, you don't need the chaos it brings. Notifications, apps, and endless feeds are mental quicksand. Try a digital detox. For 1 day, turn off non-essential notifications and limit social media to 15 minutes. Studies show excessive screen time spikes anxiety and kills focus. Reacher's analog life keeps him grounded. You can borrow that by setting boundaries with tech. Start with 1 evening a week and you'll feel your brain breathe again. Now let's pull it all together. Thinking like Jack Reacher means fusing military tactics, hunting instinct, and a clutter-free life too. Stay sharp, adaptable, and in command. Here's a 24-hour challenge to kickstart it. Pick one principle, maybe situational awareness, patience, or decluttering, and apply it today. Scan your environment like a soldier. Wait for the right moment in a conversation, or clear one messy drawer. Reacher built his mind through consistent practice, not overnight heroics. You can start the same way. Why does this matter? Life's a battlefield. Stressful jobs, tough calls, or moments where you're tested. Reacher's mindset equips you to handle them with poise. Whether you're navigating a career shift, standing firm in a conflict, or just trying to focus, in a world screaming for your attention, these tools give you an edge. They're not about becoming a vigilante. They're about becoming the sharpest, most capable version of you. One last story to drive it home. In bad luck and trouble, Reacher reunites with his old army unit to hunt a killer. They're outnumbered and outgunned, but they win by combining tactics, planning every move, instinct, reading their enemy's patterns, and clarity, no distractions, just the mission. You face your own battles, maybe not with fists, but with deadlines, doubts, or chaos. Channel Reacher's principles, and you'll start winning those fights too. If this deep dive lit a spark, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment below. What's one way you're channeling Reacher's mindset this week? Your engagement keeps us creating content like this, so let's keep the fire going. Thanks for joining me on this journey into Reacher's world. Now go out there, sharpen your instincts, cut the clutter, and think like Jack Reacher. Catch you in the next one.